Hey all, and welcome back to Man of Medan, the theatrical cut. Kind of switching gears, settings-wise, very drastically here. It was all grim and morbid. Now it's like, we're in the fucking Caribbean or some shit. And how many years have passed since last time? I'm gonna need a pop-up.
Well, this is the present day, I should say there. So, about, 60, 70, actually fuck, I shouldn't have started figuring that out. But yeah. Now we're being introduced to our main cast of the story. So in the prologue we saw the backstory of the ship that's obviously going to be something to do with the main plot here. And now we're actually meeting the crew, so to say.
I do like how it brings up their most dominant personality traits. It's not like, you can level them up or whatever. In fact, in the previous game, which I'm trying not to say because we said it so many times, I think we broke a law last time. Damn it, Richie. Anyway, it's not like you can level up their traits. They're more for show than anything. It's not like you can get minus honesty or something,
Well, there is a kind of system that influences how certain things play out. Like, if you're on good terms with a certain character, it might change how something else works out. Like I said in the last part, there is a menu that you can go into and sort of manage it if you so desire, but I'm just letting the story play out. What I will say is, in terms of the routes I'm going for, this game auto-saves after every decision. So it's not a perfect getting good runs on everything, but I'm gonna try and show off as much interesting shit along the way as I can.
I appreciate it, mate, and honestly I think that's for the best, because otherwise, I hate to say this, but like with Beyond Two Souls, no, strike that, Detroit, Become Human, these titles are just getting mixed up the further we go down the Quantic Dream timeline. It's just like, if you can go back, it kind of dilutes the tension a little bit. I think for stuff like Detroit, that's fine. For a horror game like this, your choices really need to matter for it to have any kind of impact.
Yeah, and what you can do is, once you've beaten the game, you can reload a chapter then, but you can't do that until you've beat it. So, your first run, what you do matters, and that kind of does add a lot more weight to it.
Yeah, I think that is definitely the way to go for these types of games, because, as you said, when you're saying your choices matter, if you immediately get the chance to sort of go back on it 5 seconds later, it just doesn't carry the right weight, and it just becomes sort of a meaningless task of trying to just go for the route that you want. And while obviously there are games where that is a suitable thing to do, these types of games just aren't, because you want that sort of emotional connection, because otherwise you're not going to be scared at all.
Jesus Christ, I thought that was a zombie for a second.
No, here's Sean Ashmore, and I will say his model here does kind of suffer a bit in the fact that we've seen a CG Sean Ashmore before in Quantum Break.
Connie, this is Alex.
And the model there is a lot better than it is here. So you got that kind of comparison, but out of that context, it does look fine still, I will say.
Yeah, so we're dealing with a slightly older cast here compared to the teenagers, the adults playing teenagers in Until Dawn, which right away just separates it a little bit from the previous games. A teeny bit more mature, I'd say.
Well, mature until we start talking to Ashmore's character here.
Cool. Tight. I love beer.
Yes, that is my personality trait. I love beer.
Yeah, totes.
Yeah, he is totally the kid trying to look cool here, which it works, because he is the nerdy dork of the group.
Don't ruin it.
Yeah, don't be a fucking... just don't.
You ever do any diving before?
I'm about to, if this conversation goes any further south.
One of us will, it depends who's stronger.
Never done it before. Water virgin. Nice. Hey, we're gonna pop your cherry.
Oh, fucking shut up.
There sure is some dialogue we got right here.
Oh, I'm gonna love this cruise, I can just tell.
Yeah, well, if you think of the situation that Alex is in, this is him going away with his long-distance girlfriend on this diving trip, and she's got her brother with her. This is not going to be awkward.
Make yourselves at home, but
He sees his chance. Maybe he's going to go in. Maybe he's just going to get punted off the side of the Milan.
We'll see.
Oh god, he's going in already.
Well, I mean, you don't want to leave it too long to shoot your shot.
Yes!
Like, you can just tell when they're setting up a character to not be liked, can't you?
No.
Yeah.
Who was it in Until Dawn who was the most bitchy character? I think I remember you.
Emily.
Emily.
Yes.
Thank you. She turns out to be like the smartest and probably the most honest of them, but oh man, they made it hard for you to like her at first, and Flame ended up shooting her in the fucking face.
Yeah.
She annoyed me. She fucking deserved it.
Well, I'm just gonna keep you on the list until such time that I need to knock out my friends.
So, Flame, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Are there any characters in this game, much like Emily, who irritate you enough that you may or may not want to get them killed later on down the line?
Well, I was aiming for a decent one, at least this time around. So, like, I will say there's no one here that I just despise like I despise Emily.
Okay.
Some of the characters, like, this character Fliss takes a little while to start to like, just because she's, like, the kind of stern one. She's the one who owns the ship, and we'll see over the course of this chapter that she gets a bit defensive about where we're diving and wanting to play stuff by the book.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's an expensive ship, and, you know, these are a bunch of guys wanting to clearly fuck about and not take it seriously.
Yeah, but, you know, I am also the kind of person who likes to fuck about and not take things seriously, so there's kind of that, you know, gonna bang heads a bit sometimes.
I guess so. You watch, this will just randomly, like, teleport itself into, what is that series of games on the Wii? Not Uncharted Waters, Endless Ocean. It's going to become Endless Ocean 3.
Not quite, no.
Well, technically.
Oh, here we go.
are you sure you don't want to do this the right way?
Who cares? Who gives a shit? I just want to dive.
Yeah, we want to go and have a little poke around, see what we can find. We don't want to have to,
Come on, what is
like,
this, kindergarten?
document everything.
If we just go down and take a look, who's gonna know?
Fine. As long as you're quick. And don't touch anything.
I'm going to be honest, I can see the eyes and the mouth being pulled by the rigging. It's not as fluid as I would like.
It's most distinct with her in this particular scene, from what I remember. I don't know if that's a lighting thing, the fact that this is the brightest area in the game.
Possibly, yeah.
Take a look at the camera.
But, like, it does kind of show that this is a, like, I would say it seems lower budget game than Until Dawn was, and just the production value in general isn't quite as high. And I suppose that might have something to do with the fact that this is multi-platform, so they didn't have the exclusive funding from Sony for this one.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I mean, I'm going to do a little bit of digging, I think, to see whether I can find out any more about sort of where they came from in terms of the budget for this, because, I mean, having had a look at it, this is actually meant to be the first of 8 planned installments in the Dark Pictures Anthology, which anything that's sort of
We'll see.
Yeah, that's always a quite an attempt to say we're going to make 8 games, but I suspect, yeah, it probably does end up being lower budget, because having had a look at Supermassive Games' games list since Until Dawn, I don't think they've really had any big hits since then, because they had the Rush of Blood VR game, Tumble VR, then they had Hidden Agenda on the PlayStation 4, of which there's one of the characters in here I think is based on one of the models from that, and then 2 more VR games called the Inpatient and Bravo Team. And considering I would say that none of those other games did anywhere near as well as Until Dawn, I would hazard a guess that they don't have quite as much money as they perhaps did when immediately after Until Dawn.
Can I just draw attention to the Comic Sans on our ID here?
Oh god, that is awful.
We can all see it, Flame.
I know.
Oh, But yeah, so there's that. But also, from the looks of their plans for the Dark Pictures Anthology, they're wanting to release a new entry in it every 6 months. So, they're clearly going for quite a quick turnaround on these things, which I suppose, even if there's not necessarily the budget, there's clearly not the time frame in dealing with this either. So I suspect that is... Those are sort of your two things which could have led to this slightly lower quality look and feel.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
Yeah, because I will say it's not bad, at least in my eyes. It's just when you're comparing it to Until Dawn, which clearly had that extra layer of polish to it, it does stand out a little bit.
A teeny bit. So, what you saw back there, a premonition, I would assume that's the totem system from the last game?
Yeah, it functions exactly the same. The way they work is that they show you a possible bad end for whatever particular character it shows in the picture. And what that's meant to be is it's a kind of hint that, like, how things could go wrong, so you know that you want to look out for it to avoid it. So yeah, right now we're just nosing through Julia's stuff like a nosy dick. I think this book is something they just pulled out their arse. I don't think it's a real book. Shroud of Innocence.
Nothing in the game is real, Flame. It's all digital.
Well, that shut me up.
We're just walking around like a tossbot, really.
Well, I'm familiarising us with the environment, which is a boat, so there's really not much to look at.
Just walk from point A to point B. There you go, bada bing, done.
I undid it, guys.
Alright, let's take a look. Yep, there is water. Confirmed water.
7 out of 10. Too much water.
No, Rich.
Such an old joke. Such an old joke.
Yeah, so old that fucking Gen 8 is coming out soon.
I know.
I am looking forward to it, in spite of the graphical and technical limitations, shall we say.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it because it's Pokemon, but it looks a lot less inspired than other Pokemon.
Well, we'll be getting to Sword, will Flame, Richie and I, come the new year, so look forward to that playthrough.
But for now, we're just going to look at underwater areas on this iPad.
Okay, yes. Nice. Fantastic. That's nothing. Really shouldn't have saved that photo.
That's even worse.
That's a really pretty rock, though.
Yes, we have established that it's a crashed plane, thank you.
Yeah, but we need to look closer at the crash plane.
Have you gone through all the photos at this point? 'Cause it seems to be repeating.
Yes, you have. Ah.
Well, you need to see what we're looking for, because this is the wreck that we are gonna be diving for. That's what we came out here for, just to have a look at this, because apparently Brad found it by doing his nerd shit, and it's not being reported anywhere. That's sort of what they were getting at in that conversation earlier.
So,
Dodgy.
this is the rebreather. Way cooler than a regular scuba setup. It takes all that CO2 that you'd normally just exhale into the water, and instead, it gets totally reused.
So, in
And it
theory,
reduces
we
compression
could
time
breathe
on the
forever. Oh no, even the slightest hair. Invincible.
way.
It's like we've found a way to live forever.
Accidental immortality is a very underused comedy trope, I think.
I don't know, that just sounds like hell after a while.
Looking good, Jay. I'd like to take you underwater.
Hey.
What? Did you just say...
My sister.
No, I'm thinking too far into murder tropes here.
Okay. You little clownfishes. You'll see what
No,
it
he was talking about slaying her pussy rather than slaying her, Tom. That's what you got to remember.
So he's trying to get her wet, as it were. Gonna go down where the fishes play and so on.
Well, actually, sort of what he kind of wanted to go with was, darling, it's better down where it's wetter, take it from me. That's what he was going for.
Ah, and darling, because they're in a relationship together. Bless.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's leave that wholesome take as it is.
Just remember the rules, please.
That's ours now.
Bang stick.
I have a bang stick now, you impressed?
Ha ha.
Yeah, it is funny because it's like a penis.
Ah, I see.
Although I did say that it's not quite playing it as over the top as Until Dawn did, there is still a fair bit of this.
Well, I mean, it's horror. You have to have a teeny bit of camp in it.
Yeah.
I mean, also from what I can see, Until Dawn was very much a... this is a love letter to the horror genre, specifically the slasher genre.
Ah, yes.
And that was sort of the whole point of that game. Whereas this seems very much more along the lines of, we wanted to create a horror game, and so while there will be some of that sort of wink wink nudge nudge, oh, we know we're in a horror game type thing, it's not going to be anywhere near as overt or as playful, I suppose, as Until Dawn would have been, because that was sort of the whole point of that game, whereas this is trying to be a bit more straight horror, I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, way bigger than I thought.
That's one hell of a whatever that is.
It's sure an abandoned bit of metal in the sea.
Let's swim around a little and
Swear to God, if there's like a giant eel in here. I know the fucking thing from Mario 64 is somewhere in the ocean and we just haven't found it yet.
Don't worry, it might be a horror game, but it's not going to be anywhere near as terrifying as that thing.
You are not my second in command.
Third in command.
No.
Fresh and eager cabin boy.
Still a no.
Damn, Conrad, getting shut down from every rank over here.
He's requesting the pleasure of your company over a frosty amber liquid.
Let's see. Whatever.
Sure.
Be friendly.
Why not?
We've got to put up with him for this whole trip, whatever, so we might as well be nice.
Yeah, and I mean also, he's not been sort of too horrendous yet, he's just been a little bit pervy. It's
No,
like...
he hasn't. He's a cocky lad, as it were, but he's not an asshole or anything.
Well, at least not yet, anyway.
He's got the cocky rich boy kind of attitude, which it works for him. It does get a little bit, I would say, like, inconsistent, because he's not always like this. He just has his moments, but I'll take it.
Keeping the Duke of Milan shipshape.
I'm just gonna sit here and look at the sea. Oh look, it's still there.
Yep, there sure is some water.
Main screen turn on.
Weather looks clear.
We didn't set up us the bomb, though.
No. That would be kind of dangerous, considering we're stuck on a piece of metal in the ocean.
Yeah, and our friends are sort of underneath it, very vulnerable.
How's it going?
Knocked out by cold frosty. Man, I feel like such a wimp.
I'm never drinking again.
He had just the one beer and had to go lie down.
Yeah, well, go easy on the booze. It doesn't mix well with high seas. That's how accidents happen.
Again, giant eel. It's noted. Okay, I'm gonna get the power stars, it'll be fine.
Okay, but what I haven't told you yet, there's a piano on this ship too.
Oh, fuck. There's nowhere to run either.
I wanted to see if there was actually anything there.
I see. Researching World War II, and the game starts with World War II. Ah, yes.
That's why it might be of interest to this guy.
You can actually use all those old World War II stories to help them find the sites?
It helps that I have the knowledge and the brother has the muscle, I suppose.
You read a lot about where planes would go, shipping routes. You make a lot of connections. Alex and Julia have done a lot of dives, but I gotta say, finding this plane takes the cake.
Yeah, Captain America's down there, just waiting to be defrosted.
Let's stick with Dio, because I understand that.
Okay, fair enough.
Looks like we've got another photograph of our friends dying, because that's a normal thing to have on the ship.
Well, of course.
Oh, interesting. Pirates, perhaps?
Pirates with a gun.
Well, it'd be a bit disappointing if a pirate didn't have a gun.
Yeah, nowadays they just use torrents.
Yeah. Ah, I get it.
Took you a minute.
So what is this, cologne or something?
It's perfume.
Yeah, it's perfume, but with very stock text on it.
The Shroud of Innocence, the sequel to The Coat of Guilt.
Okay.
Shouldn't you be, I don't know, driving the ship right now? What is it, on autopilot?
Well, no, they don't really want to be driving anywhere, because, you know, there's the two people who are diving, so they just want to sort of just stay where they are.
No, this is time to just fuck off completely.
They ordered the Adventurers package, which means you have a certain amount of time before the boat just moves on.
Yeah, it's like, we'll leave you without you if you take too long, so you better fucking hurry. That is my totally legit ID.
Why did I go Comic Sans?
They wouldn't accept wingdings.
Alright, you just stay in there. No one else needs to see this fucking literary atrocity.
Graphic design is my passion.
Yep, it's still an ocean.
I gotta find the next thing to look at.
This is a really weird edition of the Switch. It's like a prototype or something.
I know, it's very clunky looking.
Yeah, well, at least this one doesn't have drift issues.
True, because it doesn't have any fucking Joy-Cons on it, Flame.
Yeah. I'm still curious as to whether the Lite's gonna have problem sharp a year or so from now.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those weird things because, like, I mean, I thought my Joy-Cons were starting to get drift issues, but then I don't think they are, and I don't know whether it was just sort of a weird thing. So I think it is just some Switches, not all Switches, but
Not all
that's pretty much-
Switches.
I know, but that's basically the same thing with most consoles in the grand scheme of things, because, like, obviously, you had the whole Red Ring of Death with the 360s, and I mean, I know I never had a problem with any of that.
Oh, I did. I had an early Model 1, it died.
There are a lot of, I mean, to be fair, mine was a relatively late model, so they might have sorted, but I know that even then there was still, I think, quite a few, but I think sometimes you just get lucky with consoles, and sometimes you really don't.
And speaking of getting lucky...
Well, hello there, Captain.
Still not there yet. Relationship isn't maxed out yet.
No, we haven't filled the social link just yet.
If you stay on my good side.
Oh, okay. Maybe we're in there, lads.
Maybe, but we gotta deal with the whole divers underwater thing.
Why are we controlling that?
We will eventually. We've just
Okay.
got to see what's going on up here first.
Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, harangue you so mercilessly, but also I was meaning to point this out. I love the scratches on the lenses of the binoculars.
Oh yeah, I love little realistic elements on textures like that. It just adds so much more to the look of
I'll
it.
do the talking.
What do you think they want? Maybe they're fishermen.
In such a tiny boat, perhaps not.
Well, I mean, not every fisherman's going to be able to afford a big fishing,
I don't know.
massive boat.
Just be on guard.
Seems a bit far out to do some fishing and whatnot, though.
Well, this is where the fish are.
Okay, I can't argue with that logic.
Now let's just try fishing off the beach where all the fish are fucked off.
That is not the Coast Guard. So we're not under arrest.
Although that doesn't mean we're out of dangerous waters just yet.
No, because those could totally be pirates.
Wow, good job.
You might want to look where you're fucking going, mate.
Hey, get out of here! What do you think you're doing?
Okay, that was... Are they just leaving? I guess they are.
Now let's just go in circles.
Hey, we got damage here. You see this? Look at our boat.
You drove into us!
Man, it's not a problem. What do you think? Like, $10 cover it?
Conrad, oh no, this is not... The dude has like a crazy white eye. You don't want to mess with him.
Well, shoot, you think it's more like 30? I can do 30.
But he smells of poor, so we've got to throw money at
It's a
him.
hard bargain, but I'm with you. Here, let's just throw in the whole pot.
Making it rain. You realise you chucked that in the water, right? We can't use that.
Yeah, that was foolish on his part, because, you know, they theoretically might have left if, you know, he'd actually given them the money, but there we go.
Alright. Crashed frigate, gotta find some things.
It's just like on the tablet.
Oh. Probably just a zombie.
Yeah, like, it's nothing.
Oh, a spooky skeleton.
It's got a really cool, like, algae texture on it, though.
Nice.
Conrad, really?
Really? The rear turret.
Huh. Good on ya, Connie.
Don't call me Connie.
Oh, that's her brother.
I'm
The guy
aware
on
of
the
who that is. I'm taking umbrage on his behalf.
boat. Well, you don't have to. They seem to get on alright.
Okay. That's nice. None of that fucking sibling rivalry bullshit, which is so passé. Nearly got rebarred through the chest there. Remember, a single cut. Invincible.
Or you bleed out.
Ladies first?
If you want to go first in the terrifying death boat, sure.
Well, not really a death boat, more a death plane.
Yeah, definitely a death plane right now.
Oh, Jesus! What was that? That could have been many things.
You see, I actually know what that is, and I think it relates to how you end this chapter, actually.
Ah. I wouldn't recommend trying to go through there. It seems a wee bit snug, shall we say.
Julia.
Oh, you gotta live on the edge sometimes, you know?
To get in there. Not worth it. That pipe's pretty tight. What if you get stuck without your rebreather?
I'll live a little.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was actually the choice.
We're going for it.
The biggest shock this chapter. You know what?
Seriously?
You kind of deserve
Am I
this.
dead? What's happening?
Live a little, edgelord.
Oh no! Don't use the word edgelord in conversation. Nobody does that.
Well, this is going to be really hard to get the thing back on without having a little bit of waterlog, you know?
Yeah, but there's also a bit of paper in there with information on it that might be interesting.
Oh no! It's okay, just let it pass.
It's fine. I've seen them in anime before.
Yeah, we're just gonna tiptoe past them. Gotcha. Wait, where are we now? There we go.
See, it was worth it. I got the thing.
Oh shit, underwater Darth Vader strikes again.
Oh
That's
god.
it. One chance, you get that?
Yeah, just be nonchalant. Don't be, like, aggressive about it.
Yeah.
It's no biggie. I only almost died.
Alright, all the areas have been searched. Samus has cleaned this place out thoroughly.
This says it was a rescue plane. Launched from a US base.
Lots of stuff redacted here.
Well, more incredibly sort of faded and waterlogged, and I'm surprised any of that survived, really, because, I mean, you leave most card things down in water and they just become sort of nothing.
Yeah.
Richie has a history with destroying documents, clearly.
Oh my god, a fish poop.
Bullet holes. All down the fuselage.
Yes, I know they're bullets, calm down.
Brad's gonna flip.
Are they?
when he sees this.
Don't do this, Flame. Don't gaslight me.
Check it out.
Are there ghosts in
This is
here?
a bomb rack to hold lifeboats.
No, that's not nearly as interesting as a ghost wreck.
One of the rescue boats is missing. Think they were using it?
I don't think they had a choice, honestly, going by that flashback.
Well, not just that, the fact that the plane is underwater, so clearly they had to get away somehow.
True.
Good God.
Yep, that is a body.
Jump scare? Yeah.
Ugh.
Nah, there's no jump scares here.
No bones about it. No jump scares to be found. Nope, it's nothing.
Wow. What the hell happened here?
The plane crashed.
Alright, Richie. No need to be flippant.
No shit, Rich.
Well, ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer.
That is very fair.
That's equivalent exchange, I guess. There you go. Thank God we brought this shiny silver penis down with us. Ah, more bodies. It's a pie in here.
That one has a gun.
Is he gonna fire at us?
Do you think they'd do something like that?
Oh! You motherfucking eel! I told you there was an eel down here! I don't care if these guys are zombies, you ain't getting scared out of me like the friggin' eel.
Plane crash not high on my list of ways to perish.
I mean, it might be about number like 11 or 12.
Drowning would probably be one of my least favourite ways to die.
Yeah, that's got to be the fucking worst.
Well, I mean, I agree, but apparently it's quite peaceful.
How the fuck are you able to confirm that?
No, just go interview someone who died by drowning, right?
Yeah, well, clearly, like, you know, it's all those psychics talking to all those people who've died over the years, like, just doing a quick straw poll of, like, methods of death.
I'm starting to think these researchers have got far too much time on their hands.
What is this?
Remember how we were meant to leave this thing alone and not disturb it at all?
Ah, well.
Okay, so rule 1, don't tell Fliss.
Yeah.
Shark? Now there's a shark? Now come at me, shark!
What?
I can't take that delivery seriously.
No, neither can I. It's just like, to be fair, what you'd probably be saying is, if you're gonna say anything, it would just be, oh, fuck off.
Oh, fuck, it's a shark.
Didn't know if it was the right time.
Are you really gonna do this now?
The right time? I don't guess.
And then the ring just floats away.
No, I get swallowed by the eel.
Uh-huh.
Julia, will you marry me?
You're shitting me, right? I'm not that much of a twat.
Oh, crap.
Alex, I'm sorry.
Alex, you picked the worst times to do important things, mate.
Julia, I'm
Okay, so this is one of the things that's influenced by earlier dialogue. When we first got on the boat and Brad and Alex were talking about, like, would you do... should I make this big decision? This is what he was getting at.
Ah.
Okay, now something good has happened, now something bad has to happen to balance it out.
I.e. the shark that's still swimming about.
You want to get on with our escape from the,
No, the shark's the official witness.
He's an officially ordained minister, you know. They are technically married because they did it within the sight of the shark. I sense shenanigans are about... They took Conrad, didn't they?
You'll see what's gonna happen.
Just a guess. That's what you get for flashing your cash. Oh no.
Oh.
What the fuck? We gotta get up there.
Wait, we have to decompress.
Yeah, you're right. Wouldn't want to get seasick.
Well, no, it's not that.
Well, it's not so much seasick, it's more that, like, that can really fuck you up if you...
I know.
Like...
This is taking too long. God, the bends are the fucking worst.
Just a few more seconds. Okay, now, go, go!
Hey, what the hell is going on?
What the hell happened?
Okay, so Conrad did not get taken.
Unfortunately.
Oh, they just tried to have a barbecue and it failed miserably.
There was a little, mishap with the barbecue.
Why don't I believe
Looks like the
that?
whole boat was lit up.
Why are you paying the ocean?
Fishing guys came by and ran into the dive line.
Rents are high, I guess.
Whatever. Who cares, right?
Yeah, we have to pay our rent even if we're on a boat.
Poseidon will take his share.
Huge. Full of cool stuff.
Oh my god, you guys! Can you all just shut up for like 1 second?
And listen to me, oh my god, we're married!
Engaged. They're not married yet.
Come up and
No,
let's
I was joking about the shark officiating and thing, you know.
Alright, so some crazy shit happened. Thankfully, the boat did not explode. It was just the barbecue giving it all this. I'm a little bit worried about Brad. He doesn't seem to be here right now.
Well, that's because he's hungover.
One beer.
Yeah, but he's a
These
lightweight.
intrepid adventurers, then.
Yeah, I'm starting to get to grips with all their personalities and whatnot.
Yeah, it is a good, like, introductory chapter after the prologue.
And Julia, the love of Alex's life, and he the love of hers.
Wasn't it crazy when he proposed underwater with a shark nearby? Holy shit, no one's going to be able to top that, unless they had 2 sharks.
We'll have a story to tell the kids for them to laugh at us about.
Well, you know, as long as we don't die at any point over the next kind of, you know, couple of hours.
Yes, and on that note, we'll see you next time for more of Medan's theatrical cut, where hopefully there'll be more engagements underwater. See you next time.
You're doing well.